What's up guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. I'm glad to have you here, a part of the fam. I'm very excited for today's video, as you can tell by the title. In today's video I am demonstrating a fun DIY project that I've been working on for a couple of days. So a little over a week ago, one of my mother-in-laws was helping move out her grandfather into a new space, and he had this table set that he necessarily didn't need anymore. So she asked Deraevelynn if he thought that I would like the table set, and he said no. But thankfully she called me and asked me herself, because I've really been into looking at home videos lately and doing DIY projects. So I was like, yes, let me take this table set because I can definitely repurpose it and make it look brand new. So I was very excited to receive this table set. I've never done anything like this before, so I was ready to get my hands dirty and, you know, see what I could do. I also had one of my mother-in-laws help me out with this project, so shout out to you, Barb. She helped me so much with this project. She was over our house for a couple of days helping me just get this done. And we were taking our time, you know, we're quarantined, no rush, but she seriously helped me out. I couldn't have done it without her. Oh, and I know some of you all don't know, but we moved. Yay! So yeah, we moved from Maryland, the DMV area, and we're back in North Carolina in Charlotte. So we have a new place, a new home, and I'm trying to bring it alive. So I'm gonna stop rapping and get into this video so you all can see the magic that we created. Okay, day one. So this is how the table set looked when I first received it. It was in pretty good condition, besides there was a loose leg that my mother-in-law and Deraevelynn ended up fixing, so shout out to y'all. Other than that, good condition. There were a few spots on the table and the chairs, but that's okay because, you know, we're gonna fix all that. So I decided to paint the chairs white because my kitchen is white and gray, and I kind of wanted to stick with that theme. So we decided to spray paint the table set. It really didn't need to be sand, so we just went ahead and spray painted it. We went to Home Depot to pick up the spray paint. I really don't think it matters what spray paint you get, but just make sure you do your own research and figure out what works best for you in the project that you're doing. So after we were done spray painting the chairs with that first coat, I went ahead and started on the table and did a coat on there. And once I was done with that, I let that dry. Then I went back to the chairs and put another coat on them, and then went back to the table and did the same thing. And that was pretty much it for day one. That evening, my mother-in-law ended up painting over the table with some thick white paint we found in the garage that the previous owners left behind. So whew, that was like a blessing. So we decided to go over it with that thick paint just as an extra layer to be safe. And we ended up liking how that turned out. So that played into what we did for day two. So for day two, we ended up taking that big white paint that we found and just going over little marks that we didn't get and just cleaning everything up. So we basically used the spray paint as a protective base and just went over everything with that white paint. So I felt really good about that decision that we made because everything ended up turning out really nice. After we were done painting, I went ahead and sprayed over the table with a protective coat because, you know, a lot of movement happens on the top surface of the table. So we just wanted to make sure everything was locked and loaded and good and that no scratches were going to happen on the table because we work hard. Later that evening, I ended up doing the measurements for how much fabric I needed to cover the chair cushions. And funny story, Walmart didn't have any more fabric, like none. Like clearly everyone's bored during quarantine. So at this point we had to get really creative. So I thought, we could use curtains. So we went to the curtain section, and at first I was looking for gray because I wanted to match the kitchen, but I ended up finding this nice turquoise blue color and I fell in love. I feel like that made the kitchen pop. And I have a Keurig that's in my kitchen that's turquoise. So I feel like it just still went with everything and matched. So we went ahead and went with that color, and Bob loved it. So day 3, I used the measurements I did the previous night and just cut out all 4 squares that I needed for the cushions. So for day 4, we are at the end. We are almost done. We just have to put this fabric on these cushions. But I don't have a staple gun. And that is the neat way how to cover your chair cushions. But like I said, I don't have a staple gun. So we have to be resourceful. We have to get creative. I had a hot glue gun. So that's what we used. So we hot glued the mess out of these chair cushions and it came out bomb. You can't tell that we used hot glue. And it's only at the bottom. So who is looking underneath your chairs? And my mother-in-law said if people are coming to your house and looking that close and expecting your furniture like that, they ain't come to your house to see you. They're coming over there to be nosy. Everything was looking so good and I was so happy. My mother-in-law helped me screw the cushions into all the chairs. And after that, all I had to do was set the table. You guys are also not going to believe this. We ended up using the leftover pieces from the curtains to make curtains. I didn't even think the leftover scraps were in good enough condition to do anything with them, but my mother-in-law was like, girl, no, we can still use these and make curtains. Hear me out. So I looked at the pieces and, you know, we made it work. We finessed it. We ended up measuring them and cutting them to make sure they were the same length. And we hemmed them, and I put air quotes for hem them because I don't have a sewing machine. So again, we had to be resourceful and creative. So we used a hot glue gun to fold over the crease and to hold it neatly. And you couldn't even tell that we hot glued that. Like, it looked so neat and so good. So not only did we get the table set done, but now we got curtains to match. Like, that is a DIY project for you. That is some creativity and some resourcefulness. Another funny thing is we noticed that our bowls and plates and cups match the color scheme of the kitchen, white and gray. And I got the placemats from Walmart, the turquoise color, to match with the color of the curtains I picked out. So everything was just in sync. I was loving it. I'm so happy. Everything looks so nice. The next day, I ended up going to Trader Joe's and getting some flowers. And now the table is just coming alive. Everything was so good. It took a couple of days. We were taking our time because we're quarantined. There's no need to rush, but I'm so happy with the results. Like, completely in love. And everything was under $50. I basically got a table set for under $50, like a brand new table set, because this looks nothing how it looked before. This is brand new. So this was definitely fun, definitely a budget-friendly type of project. So if you have any old furniture or a family member that has old furniture that you all may be thinking of throwing away, think about it before you do it, because you may could turn it into something beautiful. This was so fun. I'm ready for the next thing. Like, how long we quarantined for? That's it for today's video. If you all would like to see our first meal at the table, keep on watching, because your girl got real cute for our first meal. You know, it's coming up as our Paris anniversary. Last year in May, we went to Paris for my 25th birthday, as well as our honeymoon. So, you know, I've been like having withdrawals from Paris. That was like my dream destination, dream like trip, like dream birthday, dream everything. So I'm like completely in love with Paris, and I've been having a lot of withdrawals lately. So I bought Paris to Charlotte. And if you want to know what that means, keep on watching.